10 Secrets Taco Bell Hides from You. Taco Bell has cemented itself as the ultimate destination for the hungry, the late-night travelers, and the budget-conscious foodies. It is a brand built on the concept of live moss, promising more flavor, more excitement, and more value. However, the operations behind those purple neon signs are far more complex and strategically engineered than most customers realize. From the chemical composition of their seasonings to the structural engineering of their tacos, there is a massive amount of hidden data that goes into every $2 burrito. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. To maintain their status as the fastest and most affordable Mexican-inspired chain on the planet, Taco Bell utilizes a series of industry secrets and kitchen hacks. These methods allow them to serve millions of people with surgical precision. If you've ever wondered why you can't quite recreate that flavor at home, or how they manage to launch a new product every month, you're about to find out. Here are the 10 secrets Taco Bell hides from you. 1. The beef arrives in bags. The rethermalizer secret. Why it is hidden. The most foundational secret of Taco Bell is that there is no actual cooking of raw meat happening inside the restaurant. In a traditional kitchen, you would expect to see ground beef being browned on a stovetop or a grill. At Taco Bell, the process is entirely different. The seasoned beef is prepared at a massive central processing plant. It is fully cooked, seasoned, and then vacuum sealed into large, heavy-duty plastic bags. These bags are flash frozen or chilled and shipped to locations nationwide. When an employee prepares the beef for your taco, they aren't using a spatula, they are using a rethermalizer. A rethermalizer is essentially a high-tech vat of boiling water. The plastic bags of meat are dropped into the water and heated until they reach a precise internal temperature. Once hot, the bag is snipped open and the meat is poured into a warming tray on the line. The hidden strategy. This method is the secret to their legendary consistency. Because the meat is seasoned and cooked in a controlled factory environment, a beef taco in a small town in Ohio will taste identical to one in the heart of Tokyo. It also drastically reduces the risk of foodborne illness, as the restaurant staff never has to handle raw protein. However, the trade-off is that your fresh taco meat was actually cooked weeks ago in a factory and reheated in a plastic pouch. 2. The 88% beef formula, the filler truth. Why it is hidden. You may remember a massive legal headline from years ago where a lawsuit claimed Taco Bell's meat was only 35% beef. While Taco Bell successfully debunked that claim and the lawsuit was dropped, the truth they revealed was equally fascinating. Their seasoned beef is officially 88% beef and 12% signature recipe. The secret lies in what makes up that 12%. If you were to cook 100% pure ground beef at home, it would be crumbly, greasy, and would eventually dry out under the heat lamps of a fast food line. Taco Bell needs their meat to be spreadable and consistently moist. To achieve this, they use a specific blend of functional ingredients. The breakdown. The 12% includes maltodextrin, a starch used for texture, soy lecithin, an emulsifier that prevents the fat from separating from the meat, oats, which act as a binder and provide bulk, and torula yeast. They also use cellulose, which is essentially wood pulp fiber, to help maintain moisture levels. These aren't poison, as some alarmists claim, but they are highly processed fillers designed to make a low-grade cut of beef behave like a smooth, savory paste that can be dispensed quickly with a scoop. 3. The rabbit food beans. Why it is hidden. Taco Bell's refried beans have a very specific, smooth, and slightly salty profile that fans adore. But if you were to walk into the kitchen during the morning prep shift, you wouldn't see a pot of beans soaking in water. Instead, you would see bags of dry, brown, crunchy pellets. These pellets are actually dehydrated bean flakes. In a massive industrial facility, real pinto beans are cooked, mashed, and then put through a dehydration process that turns them into shelf-stable dry bits. At the restaurant level, employees pour these bean rocks into a pan, add a specific amount of boiling water, and stir. The hidden strategy. After a 10-minute resting period, The pellets absorb the water and transform into the creamy refried beans we know. This secret allows Taco Bell to save an enormous amount of money on shipping, since they aren't paying to ship the weight of WIT. The hidden strategy: after a 10-minute resting period, the pellets absorb the water and transform into the creamy refried beans we know. This secret allows Taco Bell to save an enormous amount of money on shipping, since they aren't paying to ship the weight of water and storage. It also means their beans are virtually impossible to mess up, ensuring that every bean burrito has the exact same texture regardless of who is working the shift. 4. The carryover food rotation system. Why it is hidden? In most people's minds, fast food is cooked, served, and if not sold, thrown away at the end of the night. Taco Bell, however, utilizes a highly efficient and strictly regulated process called the carryover method. When the clock strikes closing time, the restaurant often has several pounds of hot beef, steak, and beans left in the warming trays. To minimize food waste and maximize profit, this food is not discarded. Instead, it is placed into carryover bags, which are then submerged in an ice bath to rapidly bring the temperature down to a safe level. These bags are refrigerated overnight. The hidden strategy: the next morning, the carryover meat is the first thing to be put back into the rethermalizer. It is reheated and then mixed in with a fresh batch of meat. This means if you are the first customer at 10 a.m., there is a very high probability you are eating meat that was first prepared the previous day. While this is perfectly safe according to health codes, it's a logistical secret that Taco Bell doesn't exactly put on their marketing posters. 5. The Lego set menu design. Why it is hidden? One of the greatest secrets of Taco Bell's business model is that their menu is an optical illusion. While it looks like they have 50 different items, they are actually just playing with a Lego set of about 15 core ingredients. If you look closely at the ingredients of a crunchy taco, a burrito supreme, a crunch wrap, and a Mexican pizza, you will see the exact same beef, the exact same cheese, the exact same lettuce, and the exact same sour cream. The only thing that changes is the delivery vessel. The hidden strategy: by simply changing the shape of the tortilla, flat, folded, or rolled, or the texture, fried or steamed, Taco Bell creates the perception of variety. This is a masterclass in supply chain management. By only needing to stock a few basic ingredients, they reduce the risk of items going out of stock and make training new employees incredibly easy. Every new, limited-time offer is usually just a current ingredient combined with one new sauce or a slightly different tortilla shape. 6. The chemical warfare of Baja Blast. Why it is hidden? Mountain Dew Baja Blast is arguably the most successful co-branded drink in history. It has a cult following so strong that people visit Taco Bell specifically for the soda. This wasn't a lucky accident. It was a result of beverage engineering. When Baja Blast was developed, food scientists didn't just look for a tropical flavor. 7. The industrial tortilla steamer. Why it is hidden? If you buy flour tortillas at the grocery store, they often crack when you fold them, or they feel dry and floury. Taco Bell tortillas, however, are almost like spandex. They are incredibly stretchy, soft, and hot. The secret is the flash steamer. Almost every flour-based item on the menu, from the quesadilla to the 5-layer burrito, is placed inside a high-powered steam cabinet for a few seconds during assembly. This does two things. It instantly melts the shredded cheese, and it gelatinizes the starches in the tortilla. The hidden strategy: this steaming process makes the tortilla more durable, allowing employees to wrap burritos tightly without the bread breaking. It also creates that signature Taco Bell smell, a mix of steamed flour and melted yellow cheese that hits your nose as soon as you open the wrapper. Without the steamer, the menu would fall apart literally. 8. The illusion of the secret menu. Why it is hidden? The internet is full of hacks for the Taco Bell secret menu, featuring items like the Superman or the Cheeserito. The secret here is that the secret menu doesn't actually exist in the way people think it does. Unlike In-N-Out, which has an official but unlisted secret menu, Taco Bell just has a hyper-flexible POS, point-of-sale system. The buttons on the employee's touchscreen allow them to add or subtract any ingredient to any item. The hidden strategy: Taco Bell encourages this secret menu talk because it drives engagement. When a customer invents a burrito, they feel a sense of ownership over the brand. In reality, The secret is just that you can pay 50 cents to add creamy jalapeno sauce to anything. The company has essentially crowdsourced its product development to its customers, watching which hacks become popular and then occasionally turning them into official menu items. 9. The sour cream dispensing gun. Why it is hidden. If you've ever wondered why the sour cream in your taco is always in one perfect, long strip, it's because it's applied with a tool that looks like a caulking gun. But the real secret is the composition of the sour cream itself. To work inside a pressurized dispensing gun, the sour cream cannot be natural. Real, high-fat sour cream is too thick and would clog the mechanism. It would also separate under the heat of the kitchen. Therefore, Taco Bell uses a reduced-fat version that is heavily modified. The breakdown. Their sour cream contains modified cornstarch, gelatin, guar gum, and carrageenan. These stabilizers give it a plasticity that allows it to be squeezed through a tiny hole at high speed without losing its shape. It's an engineering marvel that ensures you get the exact same amount of sour cream in every bite. But it's a far cry from the dairy product you'd find in a traditional Mexican crema. 10. The invention of fourth meal, psychological priming. Why it is hidden. Perhaps the most brilliant secret Taco Bell hides is that they have successfully manipulated the American internal clock. In the early 2000s, Taco Bell realized they couldn't compete with McDonald's for the breakfast crowd, so they decided to own the night. They invented fourth meal. This wasn't just a marketing slogan. It was a psychological campaign to normalize eating a full, high-calorie meal between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. They changed their lighting to be more vibrant at night, adjusted their music playlists to be more high-energy, and targeted their advertising toward college students and night owls. The hidden strategy. By branding the late-night snack as a legitimate mealtime, they removed the social stigma of eating tacos at midnight. They effectively created a new market where they have almost zero competition. This is why their drive-thrus are often more crowded at midnight than they are at noon. They didn't just wait for you to get hungry at night. They trained you to believe that you should be hungry at night. The final verdict. Why we keep going back. Taco Bell's secrets reveal a company that is less of a restaurant and more of a highly tuned food engineering lab. They have mastered the art of the hyper-palatable meal food that is specifically designed to trigger the pleasure centers of the brain through a perfect ratio of salt, fat, and crunch. While the boiled-in-a-bag meat and the dehydrated bean pellets might sound unappealing on paper, they are the very things that allow the chain to remain one of the most affordable options in an era of skyrocketing food prices. Taco Bell isn't hiding these secrets because they are doing something wrong. They are hiding them because they want you to focus on the magic of the experience rather than the mechanics of the factory.